Taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd down at the 18-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Dalton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Devin Bush in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. I'm coming!
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Yeah!
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Here's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how deep.
Under heavy pressure and down goes Dalton on the sack. Devin Bush able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And Dalton to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all-time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North.
Check nickel.
93, 52, 93.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Finley. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Step.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 46-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
On 2nd and 7, Finley, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Got it.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Get it.
Finley setting up on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Big
Here's Blunt. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Finley now going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger. He's got Smith here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On the toss, this is Blunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Man, that's trash.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards, a first down. Roethlisberger now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Alert, alert.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Watch the pass.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
What's that? 230? I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
A first down carry for Foster. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First and goal, Foster. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check 52. Alert, alert.
Roethlisberger will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Brown leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll run again with Blunt. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down.
Watch the slant.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Start! Black 80!
52's the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed. 77.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man here is Foster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DJ Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Joe Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 41, Finley. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
General West. Hey, lock it.
On third down, Finley going deep downfield for Ross. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Finley to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll go again with Foster. And an alley to run. 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DJ Foster with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Finley. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DJ Foster, 58 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Going deep downfield for... Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, here's Blount. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
50. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Good job.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Blount. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger. Moncrief brings it in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a carry for Blunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Blunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set. 180.
50 seconds, Mike. Watch the slant.
50. 50 cents. Mike, 50 flags.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Roethlisberger now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Hey.
Buzz, be ready, be ready.
Now Blunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get that ball. 44. Get that ball. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it.
All right, now. Black 5.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Black.
They'll keep it on the ground. Blunt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Focus, defense, focus.
They'll try and run for it with Foster. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Finley. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
57.
They'll keep it on the ground. Blunt, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. Blunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. LeGarrette Blunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Throwing, Finley, and Eifert has it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.